This is the Felt Dyslexic Radically Radiant podcast. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Liz Buckridge, and
I'm Donita, Covernamedio.
And we are going to discuss 4 topics. We're going to discuss dyslexia, meditation, art, and entrepreneurship as women. And I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Okay. This is about dyslexia. So when did you first realize dyslexia wasn't just about reading, but it was how you experienced the world?
Well, that's a really good question. I think I have rediscovered it over and over again because I think I knew this when I was young, and then it's almost like I forget because it's the way that I operate in the world. And so I feel like I just rediscovered this since I met you and we figured out we're both dyslexic. I don't run around saying to people like I'm dyslexic, even though I really should be. When did you figure it out?
I feel the same. So I feel the same way that it would be nice if dyslexia was just talked about.
Yeah.
Right? Because people just don't talk about
Right.
it. But I was diagnosed when I was 6, but because it was like the ADHD component, I was like super hyper, and my parents were like, "What's wrong with this kid?"
Right.
And they had me diagnosed.
Oh my gosh.
And also, in 2023, I struggled from 6 years old until like forever.
Yeah.
And then in 2023, I was talking to one of my husband Brad's coworkers, and he said that there was like a lot of research on dyslexia in the last like 10, 15 years. And I was like, really? Because I just sort of like lived in like a shame kind of way.
Yep.
And then I started looking it up, and I had also been looking for like what I wanted my new business to be. And I'm like, oh, that's it.
Wow.
No one talks about dyslexia.
Wow.
And yeah, so
that's really interesting.
It was cool.
It's so funny. I don't think I ever felt shame about the label of dyslexia. In fact, because I found out really young in my 20s that what's his name that wrote The World According to Garp?
Brad.
Here you go, 2 dyslexics. I mean, he's like a famous author. What's his?
Oh, it's like called Recall, like recalling something. It's like in your mind castle. It's in there.
See him, John Irving. Okay, so John Irving has dyslexia. Many artists, writers, super duper smart philosophers, all kinds of people have dyslexia. But when I heard that he had dyslexia, I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, because I know he's so smart, and I know that he's such a good writer, and what he had to overcome, maybe because of his dyslexia, because of the dyslexia that he has. And then I've been really like big on just not labeling, right? So I went to an institute when I was a teacher at Brewster Academy years ago. We had to go through the Summer Institute, and it was all about neurodiversity. But we didn't call it that then. We called it learning style differences. So there would be coded learning. Here we go again. Coded learning disabilities and learning style differences, right? And dyslexia fell in there, and it could be coded. Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So if you have a coded learning disability, you can get accommodations in the public school through a neuropsych or through a battery of tests.
Yeah, I always had that.
Yeah, okay. So I'd never had that. And that really, but I'm a bit older than you. I'm quite a bit older than you.
Really? I mean, I'll be 54 this year.
Well, I'm 63, so that's a big difference in school, right?
Yeah, and I was diagnosed very young.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with this, except that I never had the shame around the label. There's other labels that I've had more shame around it, but I always thought it was just like ADHD, part of what made me kind of cool.
Oh God, that is
I don't
such a
know.
gift. Because
Yeah.
I always compared myself to the smart people that could memorize and regurgitate and get A's,
Yeah.
but they never seemed creative.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I
That's
still
really,
was jealous of that.
yeah. So what I was hurt by, for lack of a better word, was the symptoms of it, not feeling smart, not feeling like I was learning. Of course, I moved a zillion times, so I would, put it on that. But it was more that panicky feeling of not being able to retain something or not being able to learn something that I knew cognitively I should be able to learn. And I knew way too much about my IQ. I knew way too much about my testing because my mom was in, she was an educator who worked with that population, which is how I had so much testing. So anyway, it's like a whole thing. But the symptoms of it, I mean, I still have my reoccurring nightmare, Liz, is or Elizabeth, I'm trying to call you Elizabeth, is that I have to go back to high school and I'm in this giant building and I already have my degree. I already have a bachelor's degree. And I keep trying to explain to people I don't need to go back to high school. Like there's nothing that says that you have to go back to high school if you have a college degree, right? But they keep insisting that I didn't pass the math class. And so I'm wandering the hallways trying to find the math class because that's what I'm so like still wounded by is that I was like a little tiny child in a math class not learning anything. Like I literally was learning nothing.
What is that
So
called? Distractula?
I don't
It's
know.
like dyslexia, but it's distractula.
Okay.
Like the
Wow.
count on
Which
Sesame
part of it?
Street.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Uh-huh.
Uh, all right.
That's
Well,
fun.
we're going to talk more about that in the
Okay.
next episode.
I hope so.
I am going to move on to questions about meditation.
Oh, okay. Here we go. This is the
Okay.
juicy part.
Yeah. So, what I can't wait to hear your answer. What does regulation actually mean in real life, not in theory?
Regulation in real life means that you can access the parts of you that are calm and sane. So dysregulation, I can say that too. Want me to do both?
Yeah.
Okay. Dysregulation is when you cannot access the part of you that can make a calm, intelligent decision, right? So when you're dysregulated, you're screaming curse words at the person who cut you off. And that's not even that dysregulated. There's zillions of other ways that people show their dysregulation. But when you're regulated, when your nervous system is regulated, you're able to know that you have support beneath you, know that you can take a breath, and know that you can speak kindly. And that is like, those are the three steps. Yeah. So, anyway, that's what it is. What do you think of it as?
I love that. Um, yeah. So, regulating the nervous system feels to me like having access to um, being having a calm nervous system, just having
Absolutely.
being able to take a breath,
Yep.
being able to take a beat. I get spun up, I get anxiety,
Yes.
and having awareness that I'm dysregulated,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I can transition into um, whatever it is that I need to do in that moment to regulate my nervous system.
Right. Right. So, what do you do first? What's the first thing you
I
do?
sit down.
Oh, so good. A plus. Okay, because before you can breathe, because think of how many people cannot just take a full breath, right? So before you can breathe, you have to be able to ground on support, right? So sitting down is perfect. That's like truly. So one of my newest, and by newest I mean within the last 4 years, teachers that I've studied with a lot is Jillian Pransky, and she has Larlar, which right now I'm going back through it again with her meditation class that she offers. And the first one is landing. So landing on support and really taking your time to notice and recognize that your body is sinking into whatever supports beneath you. And it's always the earth eventually, right? And then the second thing, what's the second thing you do?
I usually put on my app Daily Calm
Okay.
to um like get into my body, like here, get into my senses.
Yeah. So it's
So I
still
sit
part of
down
grounding.
and
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
then I don't know. Then I just like try to breathe, but I don't really
Okay.
have
Step two.
a
Yes. Yes. Okay. So all of those things you just mentioned are part of the grounding, right? Part of the landing. And then the second part is to arrive to take a breath. So once you feel like you're supported, then you have the capacity to take a breath. So then you take a breath.
right.
Okay. And then what do you think the third one is?
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
this is her system, which I fully agree with because it's just the way the nervous system works. So
Let me see. What is the next one? I don't even know. I don't think. Maybe
let me help you.
yeah, help me.
Okay. So once you've landed, once you're grounded and you've taken a breath, right, and you're starting to regulate and actually you want to slow your breath to 5 to 6 count breath. And then what you want to do is make sure that you feel safe because you want to sustain it, right? So you can't sustain something if you're living in a soup of um, meanness or speak or judgment or speaking unkindly to yourself. So it's really about the messaging that you're sending to yourself that you're safe. Because when your nervous system believes that you're safe, which it will not believe you're safe if you're being like, oh my God, I'm just, I'm so bad at this, or I'm whatever, anything that's not positive is going to take away from that sense of safety and security, which will not allow you to regulate your nervous system.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good.
So really, really thinking of the things you can say to yourself in that moment. Like even if it's just, I am safe right here, right now. And, bringing the breath into your heart. Anyway, I have a zillion. I
Right.
mean, I
No,
have to
I
stop
love
talking
that.
because I could
No,
go
I
on.
love that so much.
I have
I
so
think
many
that's
things to say.
really top tip for people.
Yay. Yay.
Okay, I have a question for you about art.
Okay.
What does it actually mean to be an artist beyond talent, output, or skill?
Well, it's funny. I think that my definition of this has changed as often as maybe I've changed my toothbrush head, which is pretty frequently because I really like to brush my teeth. So creativity is art to me. So like when I change a little section of my house around and I give it the attention and I just let my creative juices flow, to me that's art, right? When I go outside and I see something that catches my eye and I take it home and I put it in my house and I like place it on my dining room table. Well, I just placed a giant branch on my dining room table, which I do pretty frequently. And then to me, that's art. It's like, it's living in creativity. To me, that's art. What about you?
Yeah, what I said was making and creating just how I view the world.
Yes. Yes. Just even appreciating something beautiful or something magical, or I don't know. I mean, I just think it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I find beauty, and beauty doesn't not like a typical beauty like how we were raised beauty, but
Right.
beauty in nature mostly. It
Yeah.
stems from nature, but I mean it
Right.
could be anything. But like I'm just always looking for beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. It's making me think of the concept of wabi sabi. Do you know wabi sabi?
Yes,
Yes.
I just found we have
Oh
some
my
gold mold
God.
over here.
I love, I just love the whole philosophy of it, finding the beauty within the cracks. I love it.
Wait, you got to
So
explain.
yummy. So wabi sabi, okay, I'm going to explain to you guys. So wabi sabi, please just know this is my version of wabi sabi, is looking for beauty in the imperfections. So having like a dandelion growing up through a cracked, ugly, well, maybe you wouldn't think it's ugly, but I think it's ugly, concrete sidewalk, right? Or the moss that grows on the rocks, the um, the chip in a beautiful piece of pottery that just adds that little extra element of cool. I don't know. It could be a different color even or something when it chips.
Well, and how they repair it.
Right, right. The actual process of it. So go ahead. I know less about that.
I think that how they repair it is they take a broken vessel or whatever it is that's broken, and then they add glue and gold.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then glue the
too.
vessel together with the gold, and then it's like more beautiful than when it was.
Oh yes, I forgot that whole piece of it. That's so interesting because you know what, Elizabeth, when I first learned about this concept, I was so taken with the fact that people would find things that were not perfect beautiful. And then I like really was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I hadn't really, I mean, this was decades ago, but it's funny, I had forgotten all about that part of it. And that has a name, like that has an actual artistic process to it.
Oh yeah, I don't remember
I
the
think
name.
wabi sabi is the philosophy. We got to look this up now, though.
Yeah, we gotta look it up.
Yeah, because I say a lot of things that I just, have morphed throughout the decades
Well, that's
into my
artist.
own. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's innovating.
Yes, of course.
That's that part of the brain.
I love it.
The innovator.
I love it.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I love that.
Yeah.
What a great way to frame it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, question about entrepreneurship. Why does choosing to run a small business matter on a personal level, not just a financial one?
Oh, the first thing that comes to my mind is that I'm a complete control freak. And so, I mean, that's really, really not very kind or nice to myself because I don't think it's that I'm a control freak as much as it is, well, I am a control freak, but it's more like I want things the way I want them. But more importantly, I want my life the way I want it, right? And so I should really get a job at this point in my life. Like should is a big word. So there are reasons why a job would be a smart thing for me to do. I don't want one. I don't want a job. I don't like a job. I feel like, if I have to be in any kind of a box, it's not good. So when I'm the boss, which, I've been the boss in a job, then I can make the rules for the most part, not fully, but being the boss of me, then I get to make all of the rules, right? And that feels really good to this control freak. What about you? Did I even answer the question?
Like, so yeah, I know, I really like that. We're gonna get into it a lot more in future episodes, but what I wrote down was I have never felt the tug to work for a big business. Not one time in my life.
No, me either. The couple times I tried it, I ran out pretty quickly. Yeah, that's really interesting.
I think it's the rules, and I think they're dumb.
Yeah,
I need to make my own rules about my own life and about my own business, and that's it. It's like kind of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah. Well, I think they kind of are dumb. I mean, I'm sure there are many smart rules too, but man, there's just so many great things that could happen if people were open to, I don't know. I've caused a lot of friction in my life by being like, what if we do this? And what if we do this? And then people are like, we can't do that. That doesn't fit the whatever. And then 10 years down the road, people are doing that. And it's cool.
Ooh, my timer that my friend Jody got me.
I love that you have a timer.
I know. Isn't that so
that
funny?
Isn't attached to your phone.
I don't know. She got me this like little cube thing.
It's adorable.
I don't really know how it works.
That's a good friend.
She's the best. I've known her since kindergarten.
Wow.
I don't really know how it works though. We have like 5 minutes more.
Okay.
But I have a lot to say on entrepreneurship, but I want to save some of it for future episodes.
Yeah.
But mostly the tug for not wanting, I have never had the tug for to work in a big business. Mostly, honestly, it's about eating and going to the bathroom.
Can you say that again? I need to imprint this in my mind. Okay, that is so good. Oh my
I
gosh.
can't have anybody tell me when I'm going to, like, when I can
No.
have lunch or when I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like, I just,
No.
yeah,
No. And do they do that?
I don't know. That's my biggest fear.
Like, do you need a hall pass to go to the bathroom when you're in a business?
I don't want
That
anyone to know when I'm going to the bathroom.
no, me either.
I just
No,
like,
thank
it's
you.
no one's business.
I love that that was your answer. Oh my God. No, I say no to that. And you know what else? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're women too, because we have been boxed in ways that are really hard to describe. It's coming out, but man,
It is, and we're here for it.
oh my God, we're so here for it.
We're here for it.
Oh, okay, can we high five?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, we actually made contact.
We meant it. I feel
I love it.
women that I have seen lately in the groups that we're in,
Yes.
we are starting to collaborate
Yep.
and work together
Yep.
and cooperate. For so long, people have said, I've just heard this like buzz that women can't cooperate. They can't rule the world. They can't be president. They can't be this. They can't be that. They can't run a business because they're emotional and they can't cooperate. And we are here to change that narrative.
That's right.
Because it is not true.
That's right. That's 100% right. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I heard these things. Maybe yesterday. Oh my God.
I feel like
it's so weird. It's so weird. That's a weird thing, right?
It is a weird thing. I feel like all the women that we know that are in business, the entrepreneur groups and stuff, cooperate really well.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're also raising each other up. Mm-hmm. It's more than it's cooperation, and then it's also elevation. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yay.
All right. Well, that wraps episode 1.
I love that you just said that's a wrap.
That's a wrap for episode 1. And it's coming out right at the beginning of the year of the horse, too. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that because, you just walked through the house and we are getting the tail end of the snake right now.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty intense in our house, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready to.
I'm so ready to.
We'll have to talk about it in the next episode. But what I'm ready for is feeling powerful, and also I don't really hang out with horses ever, but I hear that they're empathetic, like they're very sensitive, but also strong.
Yes.
And that's what I want to bring in.
I love that.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love horses. I don't ride them. I've ridden them enough to know that that's not a good thing for me. But I have given them Reiki, and I have done a lot of healing touch. Yeah, with horses, and they're so melty underneath the energetic healing. Yeah, I love it.
I cannot wait to hear more about that. That is very cool.
Yeah,
that is very cool.
It is pretty cool.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.